Hi and welcome back to my precious garden. So this is going to be part 2 of my September garden tour. It's still the 25th of September, still the same outfit, and I'm still in the backyard. I finished showing you most of it, but I just wanted to show you a few things on the terrace before going to the front yard and the side yard. So let's go. So first of all, I have my third Desdemona rose that is also pushing new growth, as you can see, so that's good. But the thing I wanted to show you is this volunteer there. How cute is this? And also I have a Japanese anemone in this pot and it is gonna flower, so I'm glad. And in those other Japanese anemone I have some other volunteers. Not sure what it is. I have an idea, but I need to find the name to put it there. And in this pot I had planted some seeds. I had sown some Cerinthe seed, sorry for the pronunciation, and there's one baby there, and look at this one, already looking good. On the downside I have these two hibiscus, and I'm not managing to make them do well. I think they need more water and more draining soil, and I don't want to have plants with high water needs in my garden. It's too complicated during summer to keep them alive, so I think I'm gonna give them or sell them or something. Another gladioli that is about to bloom. Look at this beauty, like big green plumes. This Geranium Roseanne has been planted recently, like a few weeks ago, and they're doing just fine. And this is an update on this plant called Acnitus. So it was in a smaller pot and all the leaves were like this, so not healthy. And looking much healthier now. Some blooms, and I think this shrub is supposed to be able to get like 1 meter tall. I need to check, but I still need to find in which area I want to plant it in the ground, but I'm sure I'm gonna love it. So if you're new to my garden, and before showing you the front yard and the side yard for the September garden tour, I want to precise that I'm living in France, in southwest of France, in an equivalent to USDA zone 9A. So hot summers and not very freezing winters. So this is just the side, and here, sorry for the bins. So here is a view of the front yard. So in this area, mostly pots, and then back there in the ground. So the pots during summer, they had difficulties, but I was there most of the time, so I was able to water. But for example, this salvia had really big struggles. Now it's doing better, but this one needs to go in the ground because it can't manage the summer in the pot. But I'm so happy with all the blooms. Look at this. Sadly it's in the shade right now, but can you imagine it in full sun? So nearby we still have petunias blooming. This one is doing really good. I think this is the one I've seen in the video that I've seen yesterday. Can't remember the name, I'm gonna put it, but I think the name of the channel was something like Joy in the Garden. Sorry if it's not exactly that. And so yeah, here we have a dwarf bougainvillea. I really like finally that it's a dwarf variety. This is a Vitex that struggled there, but I don't have room for this one in the ground. I really like Vitex. Normally they have very soft leaves. So this Buddleia also struggled, but is now putting on some small blooms. I'm having a few more tomatoes there, but see, all of this has been completely damaged by spider mites. This has been a really big struggle in the garden. The pepper has been very productive. It's a very small size, like bite-size one. I have a cucumber there, coming from there, but I'm not sure it's gonna produce more. We'll see. Some more damaged tomatoes. A strange cosmos. I think it had a problem, but it's in bloom, so it stays there. A very nice purple salvia with some more petunia. This is new from the previous, the first video in September. This is a pennisetum called Summer Samba, and I had it for like €3 in Aldi, I believe. The pelargonium is still blooming, and look at this beauty in this container. I thought that the heliotrope was gonna take more space, but it's been doing fine. Here you have a Daphne. It has been blooming almost year round. I'm very impressed with it. This was planted in the last video too. This is a new Echinacea. It's supposed to be a Monrovia one, and it's supposed to be called Summer Vintage Watermelon, but I'm not sure it's the right variety. It's been doing good, so hopefully I'll see it back next year. The zinnias are late, self-seeders and late, but they're doing good finally. Fingers crossed for the rest of the season. And in the trailing containers, some are doing better than others, but I'll take it. I have my purple hyacinth bean vine doing great. The downside is that it didn't flower, but I really like how the foliage is the foliage is looking. It's getting very large. I had added another Ipomea like I have on my arch in the backyard, just there, but I think I prefer how the purple vine is doing. I think it really adds something. It contrasts maybe more with all the plants and the wall. And here we have the rose called Eustacia Vi. It's another David Austin one. I'm gonna show you one of the fresher blooms. I believe this one is fresher, or maybe, let's see there. No, they're mostly spent, but I have more new growth there, so more blooms coming. Oh yeah, this one is nice. So nice. And there, I think it's the end of my planter there. I had cucumbers in there, and they are lately producing. So I might have a few more cucumbers coming. And here I have an Ageratum, but pink, and I think that the one in the ground did better. It's more compact, and the blooms stayed on for weeks and weeks. I really enjoyed it, so I think I'm gonna grow it again next year. In fact, I tried to scatter some seeds here and there because I think I read it's a hardy annual, so maybe I'll have some more naturally. And this one had more elongated stems, and they turn brown quicker, I think, because of the lack of moisture in the planter. Here you have Verbena Bampton, doing good. And in front of there's an Alstroemeria. I have the same there, I believe. So yeah, I don't know if you know, but when you have a stem where the blooms are spent, you don't just cut the just underneath the flowers. Sorry, you go back to the base of the stem, and you don't cut it. You tear it out. I'm not sure that's the correct verb. You do like this, and it's supposed to promote new growth and new blooms. I might have an example there. Yeah, see, this one is spent, and I'm gonna try and do it correctly. There, see, comes right out. So you just get rid of it. I'm gonna continue my my tour. So see, more cucumbers coming, so hopefully that's nice. That's my crab apple that really struggled with spider mites. I can still see sorry, didn't want to show you my finger. Yeah, still signs of webs from the spider mites, and that's how a completely damaged leaf look. But this is also damaged, and if you turn it, all of this is spider mite damage. So this one has been too severely attacked for me to do anything, and in fact I don't really know what to do because I'm not using pesticides. But see, I still have lots of apples on it, and the birds are still going to be able to enjoy it, and hopefully next year it's gonna flush back nicely, and hopefully we'll have less spider mites. So here we have a Rose Jazz Festival, and right now it's maybe like 7 feet. It's a monster. Nearby we have a dahlia called Whittam, and this one suffered a lot too. As you can see, some powdery mildew here and there, so I need to treat it. But that's a really nice white one. Behind there's the rose called Isabelle Autissier, and same, I'm not deadheading, but this, I hope you can see the web. That, I believe, is spider mite too. Anyway, new growth, future new blooms everywhere. Here is the beautiful Lady of Shalott. Let me turn so you can enjoy the blooms. Look at this beauty. So this one, in case you don't know, it's a David Austin one. It's a very large shrub or climber. You can train it whichever way you want. So I could cut it back down, or I could train this around an arch or something, and I'm really thinking about doing something like this there. So I would just pass through, and this would look so nice. We'll see. But if this was at an angle like this, I would get more side shoots and more bloom. It did it there. As you can see, I had a big cane, and this is a side shoot, so that's nice. And this is my monster tomato. It's a variety called Trilly. It's a grafted one. That's very important. If you want a monster, you need a grafted one. A grafted one is also more disease resistant and more productive. So we're in the end of the season. It's still producing, but lots of them have been damaged by bugs, so that's why you can see some red ones that I didn't take. Nearby we have this beautiful rose. This one is Silas Marner. look at how nice it is, and it might need some staking for next year, because in fact here there's another rose, and so that's also a lesson for me. If I plant tomatoes here next year, I need to give more room to this one, and this one is called Donahue. Look at this beauty. It can have bigger blooms, don't be afraid, because this one is looking small. I don't have better one to show to you in this video, but believe me, they're more like this in terms of size. So this is Silas Marner. Seems it's going to be a very, very productive rose. And Donahue. More and more blooms to come. So that's nice. And behind it, there is a Japanese anemone, but another one than the one I showed you in the previous video. This one is really nice. I'm sorry I don't have a variety, and it seems to stay more in place. I don't know the reason, whether it's the variety or whether it's where I planted it, but the first one, I planted one here, and here I'm still finding new Japanese anemone shoot coming from the ground, because it really likes this area. Anyway, so coming back here, so this is the cherry tomato variety, and there we have another variety called something like Hawaiian pineapple, and so it's supposed to be an orangey one, and this one is getting there. I had trouble with them. I planted them maybe too late, and anything that was too close to the ground got munched. Anyway, lesson learned. So I'm trying to keep these ones up, and see, this one I can't make it to get more up there, so I'm not sure it's gonna be able, one, to mature, and two, not getting much. We'll see. This is a rose slash tomato that each year I say I'm gonna get rid of it, and each year I'm keeping it. I'm still not sure what to do with it. We'll see. Here is Geoff Hamilton. I don't have any good bloom to show you right now. It has been it was in the backyard previously, and in winter I moved it, and it's doing just fine here, so I'm glad. And here I have raspberries, and they're still producing, as you can see. I don't think I have one that I can pick now. Let's see. Yeah, no, I need to wait a bit. In here I have an elderberry in a small pot. It will need a bigger pot, and to be in an area with more shade, because in this time of year it's getting shadier, but during summer, in fact, it is quite full sun. So this one I will need to put it under the tree or something. I'm seeing another dahlia here that is the same, being happy that summer is done. I wonder which one it is. A zinnia that I transplanted there, and during summer it wasn't doing good, but now it's completely happy. Here it's just a mess. I really need to think it again, because I've moved during winter an abelia back there, and in front I decided to put a gaura. That was not a good idea, because it gets completely smashed underneath the gaura, so we'll see. maybe take out the Gora. Anyway, Gora sells seeds so profusely in my garden, that's not a problem. And here we have the Avadalia I was talking about in the previous video. This is Islander, and I took all of the foliage out. Can you believe it? The foliage is back on. And will I see new blooms? That I'm not sure, but let's keep being hopeful. Behind there's a honeysuckle, but that's the only one left, and I'm not sure I'm gonna keep it. It's too complicated to keep it trimmed back there, especially because if I plant a tomato there next year, or if I add a rose or something, it's going to be complicated. I'm seeing an Animagus back there just about to bloom. It's going to be very small. I hope it can bloom and go to seed, and then I'll get more there. Here is one of my how do you call this, Chinese aster, and it has been so nice. It was taller, so I took a few stems in as a bouquet, and weirdly it didn't make like new stems. It made the blooms on the major stem. Many mosquitoes in this area. So I was saying, just nearby we have a fuchsia that needs to move too. It has been damaged, I believe, by the spider mites, but also it had too much sun during the season, so it will need to find a new place. See, some more tomatoes, and here, trying to survive. It's the strongest and the fittest that stays there. So amongst the tomato, there's another Pine and Princess Dahlia, like in my previous video, just there. And behind it is a beautiful new climber, and this one is called Sabrina, and so it blooms there and it blooms there behind Silas Minor and this big stem that is Donahue. Nearby there's also a Thalictrum that has finished, and here, oh, I can see a first bloom, but I can't get to it. It's sorry, I'm gonna find the name. So yeah, the rose that is back there, in French it's called Mini Pierre de Ronsard. In English the name is very different. It's a mini Eden. So I'm quite sure you know the Eden rose, and it has been struggling, and this is normal because when it was winter it had its chance, but it was very baby tiny. It didn't even arrive in winter, it arrived in spring, beginning of spring. So then Lady of Shalott, which is older, took the advantage, and so it was difficult for this one, but I'm quite sure the next years it's going to be able to fight back because it's a rose is robust, and I will cut this one down in January so that this one gets a chance, and then I will be able to access it and train also the stems to go in the nice way. I really want to show you the bloom and to show myself, but this is gonna be, yeah, I'm gonna try. No, sorry, I really can't. They're too thorny, it's gonna be a big mess. So yeah, we just have to wait for a bloom on this one, so, and hopefully it's gonna face us and not the wall. Why'd you face the wall? So that's the view on the side yard, and here, so I've shown you, I hope I'm not going too fast. Here I have a lavender, another kind of lavender, not the usual one I grow, and it flowered at the beginning when I bought it, and then it did nothing. But as I can see, and you can see, there's some new growth on it. It seems to be healthy, so I will need to prune it down, I believe, and hopefully next year I'm gonna see new blooms. Behind it you can see some snapdragons, and yeah, I didn't show you, but here at the beginning I thought I was having some weeds, and in fact it bloomed, and it bloomed so nicely. These are snapdragons growing from nothing under just at the base of the wall. So I'm so glad. If this can do it, I think I'm gonna scatter some snapdragon seeds all along the base of the walls, because can you have a better weed than snapdragon? I don't think so. In there I have a shrub that I saved in a nursery, doing good, but as you can see the stems are going a bit down like this, and recently I've seen one that was going more straight up I mean, and the guy told me to cut it back down, maybe there, when it's time, so to help the plant go how it should go. And just nearby, I really need to show you, there's a dahlia called Late, or late, and I've seen no blooms during the season, but now it's blooming, and it is so magical. I'm so glad I'm having it in my garden. Look at this. It's a real ball shape. It starts like this, more flat, and then it opens, it matures to this nice one. So, and I have a zinnia nearby which decided to be around the same colors, so that's nice. And behind there I had planted a courgette, zucchini, but it's not doing great, as you can see. But I might have maybe a second courgette in the season, because I can see now that I have some male flowers. The male ones are the one without the small courgette on it. The one with the courgette is the female, and we need to have a female bloom at the same time open as the male one, otherwise no pollination possible and no courgette. Here is going to be a late cosmos. Here it was self-seeded cherry tomatoes, so very nice. I'm seeing some weeds, I should get to this. And here we have a diamond frost euphorbia, I believe, and this is doing so good. So maybe, I don't know if I have space to like put it in freeze, as people say usually you shouldn't plant just one, aesthetically talking. Yeah, another zinnia full of future blooms, so nothing to show you right now. And this yellow one is an aster that I planted last year. I believe it was from Aldi or Lidl or something. So I have 2 that are coming back, so I'm glad. I had 5, but 2 is good. 2, 3, 1 is good. And yeah. So in case you didn't see the previous video, the Ipomea blooms are looking like this. And that's the purple hyacinth bean vine. Sorry, the works has stopped, but the cars on this side of the property, that's when we hear them. So yeah, I'm happy because it's getting nicer and nicer now that we are far from the heat of summer. And yeah, we're gonna see next time how everything is evolving. Yeah, this one is crepe myrtle, but the white variety. Oh, funny, this one is turning a bit pink, but yeah, it's a white variety. In this pot there's a cornus, but this one's self-seeded, and I don't know which variety it is, but I really like it. It has kind of dark foliage. There's a difference between the new foliage and the dark one. Everything is nice about it. I'm gonna be interested in seeing how it looks during winter, how the bark is looking. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tour. And if you have any question or remarks, please leave them in the comment box below, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye.